Okay, you have to stop the Q-tip when there's resistance.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most savage sitcom characters.
June 50th.
Sorry?
Do you think you could come back today at 2:65? He's available then.
What is going on?
Looks like the only other day he has open is March 19th. Does that work, sir?
For this list, we'll be going over the most caustically sarcastic and blunt-speaking characters from situational comedies. If there's a brutal sitcom character you wish we'd included, leave your sharp remarks about it in the comments. Number 10, David Rose, Schitt's Creek. If David is unhappy with you, you're going to know it.
Eat glass.
Blunt and sarcastic, maybe to a fault, the eldest Rose child has a tongue as sharp as his wardrobe. His standoffishness may be a way to keep people at arm's length, but David's sarcastic wit and love of shade has earned him plenty of fans.
Okay. I have never heard someone say so many wrong things, one after the other, consecutively in a row.
Whether he's roasting the titular town he's been forced to relocate to, or letting his family know what he thinks of them, David rarely minces words, though the targets of said words generally find themselves diced into smaller pieces.
You might want to rethink the nightgown first. There's a whole Ebenezer Scrooge thing happening.
That's who I was thinking of.
You know what? I'll do it myself.
My best to Bob Cratchit.
Number 9, Penny, The Big Bang Theory. Several characters from this geeky sitcom have zero chill, and while the incredibly blunt Sheldon Cooper was a tempting runner-up, our pick goes to Penny.
Woman, you are playing with forces beyond your ken.
Yeah, well, your Ken can kiss my Barbie.
Although not nearly as educated or brainy as her love interest Leonard, or their group of friends, Penny nevertheless has a whip-smart wit that often lets her keep up with, or get the better of them. Although she clearly loves them, Penny can be utterly savage in her remarks, or even in her deeds, like when she uses her friends' eccentricities to get back at them.
They're gonna get beaten up at that club.
They're gonna get beaten up at Walgreens.
And the fact that she keeps one-upping them has us wondering who the real genius is.
Ooh, looks like I'm gonna have sex tonight. Hey, baby.
His right hand is calling him.
Number 8, Lily Tucker Pritchett, Modern Family. Although her adopted dads are generally sweet, Lily Tucker Pritchett is mostly sour.
Daddies are talking about what we're gonna wear tonight, and that's a difficult conversation.
Cry me a river.
Lily, I'm not loving this attitude. You seem a little mean.
Sorry, should I call you an ambulance?
Her sassy, sarcastic attitude begins at a young age, and her adeptness in roasting everyone around her only grows with time. Lily always seems to have the perfect, caustic remark to toss in about her fathers or the rest of her relatives.
Oh, there she is. Okay, everybody, I want to make a toast.
Oh, any excuse.
To my brilliant daughter.
So not you.
Her mutual enmity with Cameron and Mitchell's friend Sal leads to some truly great one-liners. While often prone to pettiness and lacking in empathy, Lily's ruthless nature makes her one of the most entertaining child characters in TV history.
It's okay, I'll go to your next one.
Wow.
Yeah, she just means when she's not a kid anymore, you know.
She knows what I mean.
I don't like you.
I'll get over it.
Number 7, Chandler Bing, Friends. Chandler is one of the most sarcastic characters to ever grace the small screen.
Okay, you have to stop the Q-tip when there's resistance.
His witticisms are frequent highlights of Friends' already stellar ensemble comedy. While they're often harmless or even self-effacing, sometimes Chandler's jokes can go over the line with how brutally he burns his friends.
I wish I didn't have to go, believe me. But unfortunately, I have to. Oh, by the way, what's the name of the girl you're dating?
Kristen Lay.
Bye!
He even fails to go without insulting them for a week and gladly pays the money, although they deliberately don't make it easy on him. Chandler may have commitment issues, but he never fails to commit to a gag, particularly if it means roasting or embarrassing his friends.
Phoebes, flying a jet? Better make it a spaceship so you can get back to your home planet. And Ross, phone call for you today. Tom Jones, he wants his pants back. And Hornswoggle, what are you, dating a character from Fraggle Rock?
Number 6. Lucille Bluth, Arrested Development. As tempting as it was to choose Jessica Walter's other savage old lady role on Archer, Mallory Archer is just basically a cartoon Lucille Bluth.
This again? Don't you want a grandkid?
Well, if I did, I'd just scrape all your previous mishaps into a big pile and knit a onesie for it.
Lucille is the matriarch of the Bluth family, and she's one brutal grandma. Her affluent lifestyle has left her totally out of touch with ordinary people, to the point where she often insults anyone she comes across.
Honey, they're just heels. They can only support so much weight.
She frequently walks all over her children, putting them down or otherwise displaying a complete lack of care for them.
If you're saying I play favorites, you're wrong. I love all my children equally. I don't care for Joe.
If the expression IDGAF had a face, it'd be Lucille Bluth. Number 5. April Ludgate, Parks and Recreation. It was really tempting to discuss Ron Swanson instead here, as the man is never shy about what he hates.
I'm Ron Swanson!
You've been served. Have a nice day.
I don't like you, but I respect the effort.
But when it comes to brutal, savage honesty, his intern-turned-assistant April Ludgate may just exceed him. April's deadpan demeanor and ruthless remarks help her stand out in an already fantastic cast.
You know that I despise you and that I want you and all people on Earth to be miserable, right?
Sure.
You should be mayor. You're the best person for the job, and you deserve it.
Although she has a soft spot that she tries desperately to hide, it's clear she's a good person deep down, even if it takes dogs, Leslie Knope, or her husband Andy to bring it out. That doesn't prevent her from unleashing merciless barbs on everyone else, though, particularly Anne and Jerry.
I want another nurse.
Well, there are none. We're stretched pretty thin right now.
Then I want a janitor. They can do what you do, right?
Number 4. Perry Cox, Scrubs. In a sitcom full of doctors, Dr. Perry Cox still manages to steal the show more often than not.
Hey, Dr. Cox! You'll be happy to know that I did everything for my patient that you did for yours.
Oh my God, I care so little I almost passed out.
The misanthropic, sarcastic physician acts as a mentor to many of the show's characters, particularly protagonist John Dorian. However, he's all about the tough love, often delivering his lessons through extended humorous rants, calling JD girls' names, and making mean-spirited comments about everyone and everything.
Frankly, each time you call me a girl's name, I die a little inside.
Look, Janice, Denise, Tiffany, Amber, Thiessen.
While Dr. Cox does care about his patients and his colleagues, he hides his true feelings behind some positively blistering remarks that frequently have us in stitches.
Suppose I could riff a list of things that I care as little about as our last week together. Let me see. Low-carb diets, Michael Moore, the Republican National Convention, Kabbalah.
Number 3, Sophia Petrillo, The Golden Girls. We could easily have chosen any or all of the cast of this golden old sitcom, since they all lay into each other with more shade than a lamp store.
Why don't I just wear a sign that says "Too ugly to live"?
Fine, but what are you going to hang it from, the chain or the pearl?
But if we have to choose just one, it'd be the oldest of the group, Sophia. The 80-plus-year-old no longer has any filter, so she frequently delivers put-downs about her daughter and their housemates.
Long, hot, steamy bath with just enough water to barely cover my perky bosoms. You're only going to sit in an inch of water?
Although she does balance them out with words of wisdom as well, Sophia's wisecracks are just as incisive and much funnier.
Oh, Sophia, I want to explain about last night. When I was a little girl, one summer we had a terrible thunderstorm.
Excuse me, Rose. Have I given you any indication at all that I care?
Number 2, Karen Walker, Will and Grace, an obscenely rich and frequently intoxicated socialite who acts nominally as Grace's assistant. Karen Walker walks all over everyone she meets.
Nothing. Not even a housekeeper. I find that appalling.
Oh yeah? Well, I find stretch pants that's appalling, but I'm too much of a lady to mention it.
Her biting remarks are as frequent as her voice is high, and there are probably some dogs who can't hear things at that pitch. Karen's put-downs are most often reserved for her servants, and anyone else who's not as wealthy as she is, though Grace's fashion choices and appearance are her most frequent targets.
Thanks for walking me back to work.
Whoa, got skirt?
If Karen's barbed remarks were any deadlier, everyone she has ever met would be dead several times over.
Let me paint you a little picture of life here at Shea Walker. You may want to sit down for this. Nobody matters but me. Good night.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Bonnie Plunkett, Mom. Sobriety doesn't always lead to kindness.
You've got till the end of the week to get a job.
Why are you being so mean to me? My whole life is falling apart. Don't let her play you.
Your life is falling apart because you're stupid.
Yes.
Salem Saberhagen, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. A puppeteer may be moving this kitty's mouth, but the harsh words are all him.
Salem, you're the only one who understands me.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I care.
Max Black, Two Broke Girls. She may not be broke the whole series, but she breaks plenty of people with her burns.
What? Looking to see if I have poor people calluses?
No, I want to see how big your penis is. With hands that size, you better be rich.
Carla Tortelli, Cheers. She's more sour than the beer she serves.
What a pathetic display. I'm ashamed God made me a man.
I don't think God's doing a lot of bragging about it either.
Raymond Holt, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The captain is usually stoic, but he can still unleash his inner beast.
Hello, Raymond.
Madeline, I wondered why all the birds had suddenly stopped singing.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Edward Niles, The Nanny. Snarky, sarcastic butlers are a sitcom cliche nearly as old as the genre, but even among all the others, Niles still throws positively lethal shade.
Plain tomato juice? Don't you have anything hard?
Not for you.
Nearly all of his cutting remarks are reserved for his boss, Max Sheffield's business partner, Cece Babcock. Niles continuously cuts her down to size, with his insults about everything from her age to her love life, or lack thereof.
And Marietta, aged 80, living in a home, got a heap o' good loving last night. And you?
Part of it is out of a desire to protect Maxwell from her scheming, but his caustic remarks also hide an attraction.
Mr. Sheffield's been delayed. Did you think I was him?
And if the duo's relationship is anything to go by, Cece comes to enjoy his tongue lashings quite a bit. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.